That sheep does not look like he was having a good time in the air. Let's just be honest with that. What's up, agents? Zero here. Welcome back to another Minecraft add-on showcase. You're joining me on this crisp, calm, still Minecraft night, but unfortunately, this night is not gonna stay calm for very long because today we're gonna be taking a look at the vampire add-on. Now, this was released actually not too long ago, to be completely honest, and since this is now technically October, that means Halloween is right around the corner, so this is technically perfect for the time of year that's actually been released. So before we go ahead and get started, a really quick plug for you guys. So I actually went ahead and set up my Patreon, so down the link in the description, and for every video from here on out will be a link to my Patreon page so you guys can support me so I can further make more videos, because right now I'm only doing it by myself, and if you guys can support me, you guys will actually get access to a private Discord server, and depending on how much you're willing to donate a month, you're actually going to get some exclusive benefits. Make sure to check the link down in the description for further details on that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with this vampire add-on. So I've been doing a little bit of playing around with this already, so I kind of know exactly how this works, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys exactly how it works as well. So inside we have a few different items. We got ourselves a few spawn eggs. We got some animal spawn eggs. We got some stuff to make a wither blast. We've got some new custom items, which I'm going to be talking on a little bit, but these are the main reason up here for this add-on. We have 3 different spawn eggs. We have the vampire source, we have the vampire, and we have the vampire villager. Now, one complaint about this add-on: all 3 of these textures are exactly the same. And I kind of wish the add-on creator would have done something so that you could tell which of the 3 spawn eggs you actually had in your hand. Because the other thing that you can tell the difference between these 3 spawn eggs is the name given to them. So let me go ahead and go in my inventory. So the name is the only way you're going to be tell the difference between the 3 spawn eggs, which I wish they had not done that. Well, in the sense that I wish they had not made the textures all the same. The fact that they decided to name them different things is perfectly fine. But yeah, all 3 of these technically replace the zombie variants. So let's go ahead and start. We've got ourselves the vampire source, and this is just your basic zombie. Now, according to the webpage, these guys, all 3 of these guys, they have increased health, attack damage, and speed. That is literally all the information that it gives me. It doesn't tell me what their actual stats are, it just tells me that their stats are increased. That is it. I wish I could tell you more, but I'm giving you guys as much information as I have. So yeah, they are faster, they are stronger, and they have more health, and I have no idea where this guy is even going to begin with. Where the heck are you going? Oh, you're kind of stuck down here. That's not smart of you. Party's about to begin. Alright, so, you know what, for the sake of it, let's spawn in another one of these guys so that... Oh, apparently I spawned in 3 of them. That was completely accidental. Apparently there's a little bit of lag on my end that causes a single button press on my controller to press multiple times. There's really not much I can do about it. But you know what? We've got ourselves more vampires to work with, so that's good. So we've got ourselves the regular vampire. Now this guy has sunglasses on. Now this guy actually replaces the husk, which is actually kind of cool. And this guy actually has an interesting drop. Now, I don't know what the drop chances are. If it's 100% drop chances on the item I'm about to mention a little bit later, then that's going to be great, but I actually don't know that for sure. And then we also have the vampire villager. go ahead and take a wild guess on what this is. So we spawn this guy in. This is a zombie villager. Yeah, I bet you didn't see that coming. Actually, you probably did, just based on the title. So, because these guys are stronger and faster than normal, that's pretty much a guarantee that you want to try to avoid these guys as much as possible. So, nighttime, don't go outside during nighttime. In fact, you want to make sure you're indoors by the time the sun starts going down, because otherwise, you're going to be in some serious trouble. I mean, that's just literally it. You're not going to survive if you stay out for too long. So, yeah, that's those 3 mobs, and we're just going to leave those 3 mobs at that. And by the way, they are in fact affected by daylight. Unfortunately, they're all in the water, so I can't really showcase that all too well. That was poorly timed. So these guys are in fact affected by the daytime, so that is something to be aware of. So it's the vampire villagers, and as well as the regular vampires themselves, they are in fact affected by the daylight. On the other hand, the normal vampires, which are technically husks, they're not affected at all. So that's actually relatively good to know. Then again, that's technically how they work. And okay, so apparently they did drop what they're supposed to drop, which is actually relatively good. I was going to mention that in a little bit, but I might as well go ahead and mention the additional drops right now, because we went ahead and got to it. So let me go ahead and put this stuff away. So what we have here are vampire capes, and as you can tell, I already have one in here. I don't know why I defaulted to wanting this one, but these are basically the exact same as the elytra. So this is what they look like right now. If I go ahead and squat down and they spread apart, this is basically what they look like, and they function the exact same as the normal elytra. So if I go ahead and start flying upwards and then go ahead and activate the elytra, it's exactly the same. Exactly the same as elytra. It's actually, I would say it's a little bit easier to get these, but at the same time, these guys are incredibly difficult to deal with because, well, they're a lot stronger than normal. So yeah, so I guess I wouldn't necessarily say it's 100% easier to actually get these. One other thing that we do in fact have is the healing star. Now, these are technically dropped by the Wither boss, which they actually have a completely different name. They're actually called the Forbidden boss, and I've already looked at what this guy actually looks like. He doesn't look too much different from the normal Wither boss, but he does look a little bit different. So this is the item of which is dropped from that boss, and these are actually required to cure the vampire villagers, because in order to cure these guys, if you actually decide you want to cure them, which I don't understand why you would, because these guys are going to be incredibly dangerous, you are still going to be required to get a splash potion of weakness, but you're actually going to require one of these healing stars as opposed to a golden apple in order to cure them. Now, as you notice, I actually have myself some normal spawn eggs for individual mobs, and that's because these guys are actually going to outright target them and attempt to kill them. And this guy is not very smart. He's gonna drown himself. Let's go ahead and help him out. Okay, I was a little late. This guy decided to drown himself. He's not very smart. Yeah, that happened. Let's see if we can get the attention of some of these guys over here. So they're going to automatically target any mob of which is ordinarily a peaceful mob. And one thing to note is that sometimes they will actually give a levitation effect to the mobs, and they also have a little bit of knockback. I noticed a little bit earlier. Okay, so as you can tell, that pig got levitated, so let's go ahead and do this one final time with the sheep, and I'm going to go ahead and spawn in the normal vampire so we get a little one-on-one action to actually see this happening. So let's go ahead and spawn in the sheep. That sheep does not look like he was having a good time in the air. Let's just be honest with that. So yeah, it's basically exactly how this add-on works, except for the final. I just hit the wrong button. So let's go ahead and kill all of these guys, and they drop all their stuff. I do believe if I press this a second time, it should clear their drops. Yeah, their drops are completely gone. Okay, so that's one more thing off the list. Let's go ahead and spawn in the final thing of this add-on, which is the Forbidden Boss, aka the Wither Boss. Now, as I've already mentioned, these guys, he doesn't exactly have too much of a difference in texture from that of default, but he does have a slightly different texture. So let's go ahead and let this guy fully charge. And I don't know, yeah, there we go. So this is what he looks like. So ordinarily a Wither Boss is going to end up having white features for the eyes and mouth, but this time he has blue, which I honestly don't know what the story behind this is, but I'll just go ahead and take it. So let me go ahead and kill this guy off with just a single command block, and he should in fact drop the healing star, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there we go. And so he dropped some experience, and just as I suspected, he dropped the healing star. So that's basically all there is to this add-on, except one final thing. But the final thing for this add-on isn't actually in the add-on itself. It's actually strictly limited to the web page. And let me go ahead and explain. So apparently there's a storyline behind this add-on. And I'm going to go ahead and read this off word for word, or at least I'm going to try to, because one of the words in this storyline is a little bit difficult to pronounce, and I'm going to try my best to pronounce it anyway. So here's the storyline behind this add-on. There are legends that dark and strange things rest in the deepest parts of the forest. Some people in a tribe called, and this is where I'm going to have trouble pronouncing it, Shugarakadu, and I'm hoping I pronounced that correctly. I'm not entirely sure if I did. They do rituals for the powerful and legendary red-eyed man with two big teeth, the vampire Shalalam. And that is literally the entire storyline behind this ad to begin with. I was honestly thinking about doing the intro of this video explaining this story, but I decided against it because A, that'd be a really stupid intro and you guys would probably click away if I did that, although there's probably going to be some of you who would be more interested. You're probably going to let me know down in the comments if you decide you want to. And also, number two, I wasn't 100% sure if I in fact pronounced that one word correctly, and it wouldn't be good if I did an intro like that if I had a word that I had no idea how to pronounce. But yeah, that's basically the storyline behind this ad, and that's actually going to have to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure that like button. One more than make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCPU0 to stay updated. This has been Zero Stews. Thank you guys for watching, and with that, I will see you guys later.